I was just thinking of everything I went through in the first fight and what I wanted to do, and Glover called it. He said it in the interviews because he was seeing what I was doing in the gym, and exactly what he said exactly happened.
He said in his first fight he was fighting at 40%. He was sick. He had injuries. Dude, I believe him now.
The crowd exploded as Alex Pereira put on one of the most vicious performances of his career, brutally destroying Magomed Ankalaev. Every punch echoed through the arena, a reminder of Pereira's raw power. To begin with, Dana White offered strong, consistent praise for Alex Pereira, positioning him as a massive star and a likely future face of the organization, whose recent performance was flawless. White specifically highlighted the quality of the delivery, noting that while it's easy to claim an injury, Pereira came in and delivered every promise he had made.
What's up, boys?
Dan right here.
Hi.
We got to start with the main event. I mean, Pereira was obviously one of the biggest stars in the sport, but after a performance like that, it just seems like he could really be the face of this organization at this point.
Yeah, you know, people love him. People love the way he fights, and can't be bummed out with the way he performed this evening.
100%, but it seems like a different...
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to say that, and then you come in and deliver like you did tonight. Yeah, I mean, he did everything he said he was going to do.
At the same time, White really values Alex, calling him tough and eager to fight and a dream to have. Although Pereira wants to move up to heavyweight, White is worried because jumping 2 weight classes from middleweight is a huge challenge. White thinks the move doesn't make much sense since Pereira still has good fights at light heavyweight, but he suggested he would probably let Pereira do it if he insists.
I don't know. I don't know. There's still fights here in this division, but we'll see. I mean, this guy has been an absolute stud for us. He's on vacation in Australia, flies over and fights because, you know, somebody fell out. He fights when he's hurt. He doesn't care. He wants to fight everybody. He wants to move up to heavyweight. You know, he's a dream to have in this organization. Probably that he was a middleweight. He was a middleweight, and he's going to jump up 2 weight classes in the UFC. It's not like jumping up 2 weight classes in boxing. It's a big jump.
And as far as Jiri's performance...
And it's not that I have any reservations about it. I mean, the guy is you know, he's in a division that there's still some interesting fights. I don't know. It's just, I like the guy so much. We'll see. We'll have to talk about it. I just don't see why, unless he wants to retire, why throwing him in at heavyweight makes any sense, other than I just end up saying he wants to do it so bad. I'll just say yes. I don't know.
Meanwhile, Jiri Prochazka was genuinely happy to see Alex Pereira win the title, admitting he had rooted for him because Pereira's opponent, Magomed Ankalaev, had previously criticized him on social media. Looking ahead, Prochazka is confident he can defeat Pereira, believing he now understands that peak performance requires both internal drive and external pressure. He underscored his intense dedication to the potential rematch, stating the fight would be a win or a die. And Alex Pereira said the victory was deeply personal. He fought with a promise to himself, never go back to the tire shop. That challenging past now serves as accountability, and he made sure everyone knew he was going back to the shop, but only to show up with his champion's belt. As for the quick knockout, Alex kept it simple, saying he just executed the game plan, adding that his coach, Glover Teixeira, had already seen the finish coming based on how hard he had been training.
I wanted to remind myself of that. I wanted me to remember that moment and kind of put that responsibility on me of not wanting to go back to the tire shop, because a lot of people ask, you know, how'd you make it from, you know, the tire shop to being a world champion? And it's what I've told myself all along, that I wasn't going to go back to that. So I wanted to remember that.
Mas eu vou pro Brasil e eu vou voltar na borracharia, mas com esse cinturão aqui, ó.
I was just thinking of everything I went through in the first fight and what I wanted to do, and Glover called it. He said it in the interviews because he was seeing what I was doing in the gym, and exactly what he said exactly happened.
Similarly, Carlos Ulberg expressed zero surprise at Alex Pereira's victory, saying he fully expected the champion to control the fight and dominate. To make his case as the next title challenger, Ulberg confidently pointed to his 9-fight win streak, claiming he's cleared out the division. He made it clear he would fight the champion or anyone else, but promised a title match against Pereira would be an electric knockout spectacle that fans would love. Echoing that sentiment, Demetrius Johnson basically said Alex Pereira should have fought that way all along. He saw Pereira's knockout of Ankalaev is proof that the champion finally unleashed the aggression he had held back before. According to Johnson, when Pereira turns up the pressure, opponents just get neutralized and can't mount any offense. Johnson's final message to future challengers is simple. If you step in there and refuse to pursue the takedown, you have zero chance of taking that title.
That's all he had to do, guys. That's all he had to do the first time they fought. Is just force... Like, I think a lot of people don't understand. When you force the fight to fight somebody, you just fight them. And then you see what happens. You see what unravels, right? But I truly felt that when he does that to people, they can't do anything. Like, you can try to be fire, but if you can't take him down, then you're probably going to lose that shot. I mean, I would have got my fucking prize picks if it wasn't for goddamn Corey Sandhagen beating up Rob. Damn it.
Likewise, former UFC fighter and current commentator Matt Brown tweeted about Alex Pereira's performance, noting a significant change from their first encounter. Brown observed that while Pereira had previously looked indestructible, Magomed Ankalaev took that aura away in their first fight. Following the second meeting, however, Brown praised the champion for completely reclaiming his aura of invincibility. Matt Brown tweeted, "Alex looked indestructible. Indestructible, Ankalaev took that away. Now he, Alex, looks indestructible again." Building on that, Michael Bisping said that Pereira's 82nd win over Ankalaev was a planned execution, not a real fight. Pereira started aggressively, landing a huge right hand that sent a panicked Ankalaev straight into a failed takedown. With the challenger pinned, Pereira unleashed brutal 12-6 elbows for the finish. Bisping felt Pereira and his corner had clearly come in ready to intimidate and destroy
the fight, because there wasn't really a fight. It only lasted 1 minute and 20 seconds. As soon as the referee said fight, he sprints over to the octagon, tries to catch Magomed kind of off guard. Magomed's ready for him. They move around a little bit. Pereira's threatening with a few shots. And then after about a minute, massive right hand catches Magomed. He stumbles. He shoots for the legs because he's dazed and he's hurt. Pereira stuffs it. He goes down in just a series of nasty 12-6 elbows, one after the other. Referee steps in. 1 minute 20. Magomed Ankalaev is on the floor, still looking dazed and confused. Pereira gives him multiple jammers, right, or whatever the hell he calls them, and that's it. That was done. And the man was locked in right from the very start. He walked out ready for business. In fact, the whole corner team, they must have choreographed this one because they're all there, they're all bold, and they're all there behind the cage.
Following that statement, Bisping shut down any talk of a third fight, calling the rematch a vicious beatdown and total mismatch. He stressed the insane history Alex Pereira made, noting that no champion has ever lost a title and then snagged it back so quickly to become a 3-time UFC champion. Bisping praised Pereira's insane career so far. In just 16 fights, the guy holds 2 division titles, has beaten 6 former UFC champions, and 11 of his 13 wins were knockouts.
If Magomed made it competitive, then maybe there would have been a talk of a third match, but it wasn't competitive. It was completely one-sided. It was one of the most vicious beatdowns we've ever seen. Alex Pereira now is a 3-time UFC champion. No UFC champion has ever lost a belt like that and then came back and got it in quick fashion and made it that easy. No champion's ever done that before, losing the belt and coming back again like that. And then when you look here at the record of Alex Pereira and what he's achieved, Joe Rogan and DC, they were talking about this all night, but it is insane. The amount of fights that he's had. What's he had? 16 fights in mixed martial arts. He's a 3-time UFC world champion. He's a middleweight champion. He's a 2-time light heavyweight champ. He's beaten Magomed Ankalaev. That's 1. Jiri 2. Jamal 3. Jan 4. Israel 5. Sean Strickland 6. He's beaten 6 UFC champs along the way.
Adding to the praise, coach Plinio Cruz said Alex Pereira's victory was simply down to real hard work, discipline, and resilience. He contrasted this count with the last, where a sick Pereira was running at only 40%. This time, Pereira was laser-focused and trained relentlessly with no excuses. Cruz also dismissed age concerns, noting Pereira started training late and lacks the typical injuries, confidently stating the sky is the limit for him, and challenging all the doubters to look at what happened.
Brother, today just showed to me and the team that what real hard work, discipline, and resilience does to you. This guy was sick his entire last camp. He kept saying that he was only 40%. He kept saying he was only 40%. This time I saw Alex motivated, dedicated. No excuses, bro. He stayed at the gym. He did pre-camp in Brazil. Then he came back these 6-7 weeks over there in Connecticut and no slacking at all. just focus on the mind, just with the mindset to go and take that belt back.
To fight at that age.
But you guys gotta take into consideration that Alex is 38, but he started training at 22, so it's not that he's been training since he's a child. So it's not that many injuries and stuff like that. And bro, the sky's the limit. Poitin keep proving everybody wrong. Like so many times, do not doubt us, bro.
In continuation, Coach Plinio said the team was extra motivated because Ankalaev's coach was trash talking a lot of crap, which they felt was out of line. However, Alex Pereira just took all that disrespect and used it as fuel for the rematch. They talked about moving to heavyweight with Dana White.
No and yes, because like we say, what we did not like Glover said this, and it's true, is when the coaches start getting involved, because his coach was talking a lot of crap to the whole team, and the other day they're not the one going to fight. Ankalaev can talk, because he's the one's going to go over there and fight Alex later. But I think he got too much, but the whole team, bro, I'm one more piece of this machine that makes Poitin moves forward. Me, Glover, Yusri, everybody, bro. So we're just a very good and united family that makes things together.
I heard there was a conversation at the PI today with Dana White. Like Dana was on stage earlier. He said, man, you're the last guy I expected to be at the UFC PI today. But he said you guys told him that, you know, Alex wanted to go to heavyweight. He was on stage tonight. He wasn't sure about it just for the fact that the guy's moving up 2 weight classes. But are we going to see him at heavyweight before this whole thing's said and done?
Meanwhile, Robert Whittaker noted that everyone was asking for Alex Pereira to step up and to be more aggressive, and he absolutely did, fighting with total confidence and just torning Ankalaev. Whittaker admitted that the massive difference in performance now makes him genuinely believe Pereira's excuse that he was only at 40% during their first fight. Whittaker joked that Pereira must have had something serious going on because the first fight was so off, concluding that this knockout was really what everyone expected all along.
You know, everyone and their friend was saying they wanted to see Alex move forward. They wanted to see him be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Put Magomed Ankalaev back on the back foot, make him react to Alex's game. And man, it's like it was like that's what I wanted to do the first time, and just went in there and just stoned him, dude. Like, yeah, just that he just went in there with absolute confidence. You know what? He said in his first fight he was fighting at 40%. He was sick. He had injuries. Dude, I believe him now. Like, it's not that I didn't believe him the first time, but everyone's like, okay, but that, you know, like, because like Ankalaev controlled that fight, and what happened.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, dude, he must have had leprosy, because the
Continuing his thoughts, Whittaker honestly doesn't believe anyone left in the light heavyweight division is a real threat to Alex Pereira. Whittaker figures that the few fighters who might have been capable of beating him belong to an older generation and have already moved on. For Whittaker, the only smart move left for Pereira is to go up to heavyweight, which he sees as the quickest route to becoming a massive superstar and guaranteeing a huge payday.
Everyone and their friend was saying they wanted to see Alex move forward. They wanted to see him be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Put Magomed Ankalaev back on the back foot, make him react to Alex's game. And man, it's like it was like that's what I wanted to do the first time, and just went in there and just stoned him, dude. Like, yeah, just that he just went in there with.
Elsewhere, Chael Sonnen was really surprised by Alex Pereira's huge win in the rematch. He said that in any sport, it's almost never seen for someone to lose and then completely turn things around so fast just 5 months later. Sonnen admitted he didn't think Pereira was pushing for the rematch, but Dana White told him that Pereira was actually demanding the fight in private. Pereira felt that he wasn't fully ready the first time and just wanted a chance to prove himself. After seeing the big knockout, Sonnen said he finally believes Pereira's reason for the first loss.
This is not how sport is done. Any sport, the Lakers, the Celtics, any way that you want to do it. You do not lose to somebody and 5 months later flip the script this overwhelmingly. He believed in himself. And by the way, I was irritated with one thing, which is I didn't feel that Pierre was calling for this fight. I didn't see it. I spoke to Dana White yesterday. He said, Chael, that was only publicly. Behind the scenes, he was demanding this fight. He didn't think he was himself. He didn't want to make excuses, but he wanted the rematch. And yes, to your question, I believe it now.
He had a lot of losses in kickboxing and never made one.
Finally, Anthony Smith admitted that he completely believed Alex Pereira's excuse for the first fight that he was only at 40% due to sickness. It was strange because Pereira had never made excuses for any of his kickboxing losses, but the difference in the rematch proved he was telling the truth. Smith concluded that Pereira looked incredible and confirmed he absolutely wasn't healthy the first time they fought.
He had a lot of losses in kickboxing and never made one, but for some reason he chose this time to make one. I don't know why. I believed him. And I think he proved. I think he proved himself right that he wasn't 100%, and he looked incredible tonight.
Yeah, incredible is the right word, and I was expecting.
Moving on, Tim Welch is absolutely vindicated. He's intensely hyped, knowing that Alex Poden Pereira is the player even at plus 215. The underdog status is irrelevant. He keeps shouting. He only needs one shot. The prediction comes true. The minute the first round starts, Welch is screaming for the knockout, and Pereira delivers. He catches his opponent clean. It's a vicious first round knockout victory for Poden.
I think 74% are praying Poetan, including me. 38 versus 33. Takes one shot though by Pereira. Look, Pereira, we've been around him. His fist is as big as my fucking head.
Look at Bruce.
Big ass head.
He's crouching.
Come on, baby. Plus 215. 2-1 as a UFC underdog.
Official prediction? Who we got?
Official prediction.
Go ahead and say it, Tim.
No, Pereira's good. No, Magomed's gonna get it. Magomed by decision again.
What do you think?
I think he's gonna clip that owl in the first round.
Ooh.
Yep.
Pereira's taking out the owl, Joe says.
And this wasn't just a win, it was a brutal statement. Alex Pereira came in laser focused, delivering a devastating annihilation in under 90 seconds. Just like his coach predicted. There's no doubt left, the light heavyweight division officially belongs to Poden now.